Hey everybody, you're watching Hyper Tiger XT. My name is Tiger, and in case you were wondering, the XT stands for... Recently, I've been playing Tearaway Unfolded, a venture which many of you have actually been watching and seemingly enjoying, which is actually the reason why I've decided to stop doing Let's Plays, because you are having too much fun, and joy is simply not allowed to exist in the same universe that has allowed both aerosol cheese and the walking amalgamate of congealed aerosol cheeses that is Donald Trump. But you're probably not here to hear me talk about quote-unquote dairy products, and so here's a review of a cute game for kids. Tearaway Unfolded is a 3D action-adventure platforming game in which the player is responsible for guiding a papercraft creature known as the Messenger through a papercraft world. The Messenger is, at first, quite reluctant to make this journey, and I can completely understand why, because if literally everything around me were made out of the things that I were made from, if everything around me were made out of meat, and blood, and bones, I'd likely be curled up in a corner, weeping uncontrollably. Because the Messenger has this level of fear and hesitation, the player is given a very special role, and the Messenger is given a very special task. In Tearaway Unfolded, the player is given the title of the You, and becomes what is essentially an elder god to the papercraft denizens of the Tearaway universe, staring through at them, dead-eyed and unfeeling, through a rift in the dimensional fabric created thanks to the PlayStation camera peripheral, secure in the knowledge that, with but a few mere movements of their finger muscles, they could plunge the beings of this world into eternal non-existence and ultimately remain emotionally disaffected. Or perhaps that's just me. The existential horror of all of this is added to by the many gameplay mechanics introduced throughout the course of the game, although they are actually really quite neato once you get past it all. One of the first acts that the player performs is to shine the light from the back of their controller onto the world, like the ray of divinity used throughout religious artworks. At first, the player can only use this light to encourage the Messenger to go in a specific direction, much like religions encourage people to follow their path, or much like my parents use guilt to encourage me to visit them at Christmas. But before long, the You is instructed to shine this light directly onto the face of the Messenger, and thereafter, every action the little papercraft being makes is controlled directly by the player. The Messenger gives up their free will in order to fulfill their purpose. Again, much like the relationship between my parents and myself. It's this ultimate purpose of the Messenger, though, that makes their story not just horrific, but actually near tragic, as they were only created once the You broke through to their world, and they were created with the sole purpose of delivering a message to the player, like some kind of grotesquely sentient email baby hybrid. And as the game unfolds, pun entirely intended, it is discovered that the Messenger and the message are one and the same, and that upon delivering themselves, their message, through the rift to the player, they become unmade, with some cosmic force stripping them of their limbs and body and unfurling their envelope head, only to have the Messenger in their childlike voice read their very essence to you. Okay, aside from goading you into becoming a parasitic deific entity that encourages what is a fresh life to climb to literally the highest point in all of its reality, only to die so that you can gain a brief glimmer of satisfaction in an otherwise directionless existence, this game is actually frickin' adorable. It's cute, it's so cute, it's too cute. If you could weaponize cuteness, then not only would this game probably become a war crime, but perhaps I'd finally be revered as the divine figure that Tearaway Unfolded has revealed me to be. I am the You. I have received my message, writ inside my own creation, and you will bow before my papercrafting might, lest you be the next to fall upon my cutting mat. I give it a 7 or an 8 out of 10.